Here we go with new Guilty Gear changes. You want to actually watch all the changes at your own pace. Let me lower the volume. That would be in the Hype Fight channel. Probably link this video in there because it is a lot of changes. And to be honest, I'm not really gonna talk about them because to play the game and to like look at changes is really different for most people. Whenever there's a new game, it always has to be compared to like the cream of the crop. And video games in general. Me being a KOF fan, we got that with 14, and I'm just happy there was a 14. Now that we're getting 15, it's nice to know that things might improve. But I don't really hate on 14. 14 was a good game. People bring up 13, and 13, as much as I love 13 and stuff, people don't seem to talk about 12. And 12 had a big role on how 13 ended up. 12 was pretty garbage, to be honest. That's why people don't talk about it. But 13 did go down to be like one of the most praised King of Fighter games. I think even if the game happens to not appeal to the best, and by best audience I really don't mean best audience, because the game still ends up selling way less than some of the popular titles, say Street Fighter, the NRS games, Mortal Kombat, Tekken, and that's where people are comparing it. And it's good that people are comparing it, but it's good to put an emphasis that the Guilty Gear is not selling that much. I think even BlazBlue Tag sold more. So it's good to have a new game in the series, but it's better if the community was better about it, because it's few and far between when we get time to kind of shine, and it's really easy for the basic player just to say, oh, the older game was better. And you always get that. You got that with UMBC 3. To the non-FGC fans, it's a good game. To like when you go in depth with it, people don't like it, and some people didn't even actually play it as much. Another thing, Guilty Gear Xrd right now is on sale. I know this might be outdated by the time I kind of leave the video up on a while. There's a different scenario of what you should play and you shouldn't play. So I think some people get the idea of playing the old game doesn't really help you. I think to truly understand and put like a concept into yourself of how you think about things, it would be good to play it, or maybe have all replay, just revisit it. If you maybe want to build a community, you might buy it for a friend or something like that. But yeah, there's different ideals in that, and then some people think it's better off starting fresh because the older game's not gonna have certain things. You might get confused with certain inputs, this and that, and it's like you could play 2 games. It's not that crazy difficult, and then you'll probably get a better understanding of overall mechanics of fighting games. So I do think if you haven't played the game, if you don't have it for PC, it's great too. Other than that, that's about it. Hopefully I do get to play the beta or something. I do live close by where Arc Revo is happening, but we're gonna probably get more information, which is the best part out of this. People are still gonna talk shit though. Some people talk shit, some people talk good. It was a lie me saying that I'm gonna talk about all the mechanics and stuff. It'll probably just go in and out of someone's head. They just use it as an excuse of why the game is different than the older one. Because even Guilty Gear doesn't have some things, like it doesn't have EX moves, doesn't have you can't cancel a special into a super. But there's small things like that where they're not the same as other games, and people, because they came from the same franchise, they expect them to always be the same, which is sadly not the case. Xrd changed a lot of things. The first Guilty Gear was way different, and it's just good that they're in a position where they could make a new game, and it's looking great.